Good evening. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metal market wrap-up, and this is for Wednesday, the 9th of December, 2020, 6:25 p.m. Central Time. So in the metal markets, we're fairly stable tonight. Now tomorrow you've got the European Central Bank meeting. That's going to be a very, very big event. The other thing that rattled the stock market is we still don't have a COVID-19 relief bill, and we don't know if we're going to get one or not. So it's up in the air. One moment you turn around, you've got a deal, the market takes off. We don't have a deal, the market drops back down. You're in that whipsaw area right now. A market that I'm impressed with. I mean, you put in 20 million net barrels today into the energy complex between the EIA report when it said gasoline, distillates, and crude. That's a monster number. It should have broken the market. Not happening. Markets that don't break on bear news respond very well to bull news. Always remember that. Bonds and notes going into a pause stage here. Next week we have our FOMC meeting, but I think everybody wants to see what is really going on with the European Central Bank tomorrow. That could be a market mover here. In the British pound, and I know this is metals, but these are market moving events. The meeting and the dinner is over between Boris Johnson and Ms. van der Leyen. They both have gone back to whatever they're going to do, and they've agreed by Sunday to either move forward or not. In other words, they're not telling us anything. We don't know what's been a give and take on both sides, but by Sunday we'll know, and of course that's going to be the Sunday night trading event. So be ready for that. All right. Let's take a look, if we could, right now at gold. On a weekly basis, we're now down $1.30. So you're up, you're down, you're every which way in the market, but you're staying under this resistance point of the 18-week average of closes, which keeps the bias to the downside. As we take a look at today's action in gold, it was pretty ugly. The market certainly fell hard, but it didn't violate anything. It still has the pattern of higher lows and higher highs. To break that pattern, the number that you want to get through is right here. That's 1824.80. Until that's violated, you still have a bullish pattern. Counteracting that is where the market's at. It's fighting at the 18-day moving average of closes. How many times have you heard me, if you're a regular viewer, say that's the line in the sand? And then you have the 200-day under it. So you've got support here. When you're under that 18, it becomes resistance. Pop through it. You get a move to the upside. And that's where, in this case, you don't even have the Bollinger Band. That pop just developed on its own and then fell right back. That's my point. So trend up. Bias down since prices are under the 18-day average. And the market, if we take a look coming into today, the readings in the market were what? In the high 60s. They weren't overbought, and the market's working that off as it's dropping down, in fact. We wait. Any close back over 1844.10 gives the bulls control of the market again. Any break under 1824.80 just says, nah, the market's not ready to do anything right here. That's my interpretation of the chart. Gold-silver ratio, right back to that 18-day moving average of closes, back to neutral. And as you do that, look where the silver is trading. So you've gone into this flat area in metal trading. Maybe it's the COVID-19 relief bill that'll get something going, or lack of it. Maybe it's Brexit that'll get it going, or the lack of it. Or maybe it's the European Central Bank, with any surprise that Ms. Lagarde might do. I'll talk about what I think she might do in the financial market wrap-up. But you have a higher high, a lower low, a neutral picture here. Copper market's in a corrective mode. That doesn't mean a big correction, because you still have the embedded reading. Lose this, get that red number to close under 80, I think you'll go to the 18-day average. But the way it's setting up, I think if that occurs, you'll probably be there already. That's only from where we're at, about 8 to 10 cents, and that can happen just like that in the copper market. So it's backing off, but not acting bearish. As long as this is in place as a bullish reading, I contend the pros are buying this, and they'll get out. That's what I think. If you get the red line under 80, and they're still looking for the 362 level, although, as you know, I came out, and when you were right here, I said, folks, I think the 350 zone here is a real problem for the market, and I don't think I've been wrong. I think I've been right on the money on that. Palladium is a reverse trade. This is what I call a market that wants to get down to the 18-day average and figure out what to do from there. So I think I think the bulls lost their momentum. You can see that here, and I will be very surprised if we don't hit that 18-day average. That's what I'm looking for to occur. I see nothing on this chart that can turn it back to bullish at this point. I should take that back. Get over the high that you made here, and I'd say, you got a bear trap. That's what you'd have to do right away. In the palladium market, you're running against this lower Bollinger Band. Rally should now be finding resistance at the 100-day average since it's back under it. So layers of resistance come in between 23, let's call it 13, and 23.59, the 18-day average. Downside, you're on it. You're on the lower Bollinger Band. Staying under it, you only do that 5% of the time. Last in the dollar index, you can see how the market had a reversal here, and very important, this market lost its bearish embedded reading. So if it wants to knock the foreign currency traders, if you don't get that reading back tomorrow, and early in the evening, tonight and tomorrow, watch out. You could be going back to the 91.72 level for whatever reason. Now, as you know, each morning when my computers are working, I don't know about you, I had a major computer upgrades from Microsoft and other things that occurred on my computer last night, and it absolutely screwed my computer up. I had to do some rollbacks. We had nothing but problems through everything that we had. It wasn't just Microsoft products. We had them in our other major products. Don't know why they all came out at the same time, but we spent a good quarter or more of our day working this out. I even found that out of nowhere, one of my search engines had changed. I didn't change it, I know that. I'm pretty good with computers. But each morning at 5:40, I come out and I give you the news that's affecting the market. Then we're going to cover in detail all these markets in this exact order. Now, you don't have to watch the video. Let's assume you just want to know what the energies are doing. On our website, you just pull the scroll bar and in big letters, I'm older, I want to be able to read, and so do you, by the way. It'll tell you exactly where you're at. Just let go and it'll play. You can play this over and over as long as you keep the window open. It's pretty simple. All right, so that's one of the things we do. Then, of course, I have my special reports. I put out my webinars. I'm searching for a date. Next week, I'm going to hold a live webinar. I was going to hold it this week, but there's so much taking place in the markets, and I'm recording so much right now that I need a break to get to next week. That's when I'm going to do another one. Then that'll be it until right after we get into the first of the year. So it just made a lot of sense. If you buy a one-year subscription to any of my research products, you get for free my charting course, which is now $199.95. I'm going to raise the price of the course in 2021. The identical course will go up maybe to $249.95. It's worth it. But it's free to you if you buy a one-year subscription to any of my research products. If you don't buy that, fine. You can get my morning videos for $7.95 a month. Just give it a try, see if you like it. But this is your offer on the charting course. I charge $199.95. It gives you 6 hours of videos to teach you swing lines, stochastics, all the goodies that I do. And next year I'm bringing on more. I'm enhancing the videos now. I'm going to bring on the new tricks I've learned over the past 2-3 years into new videos for you as well. More on that in 2021. I'm starting to prepare it now. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.